Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Debbie and I am a money coach. And today I want to talk to you about a topic that keeps coming up with my clients, and that is feeling guilty about debt. I am so I am so passionate when it comes to this topic because when I was many years ago in $48,000 of credit card debt, I wanted to reach out and get resources on getting the right tools so that I can start to make better money decisions to try to get out of debt. And I had no idea what I was doing because I never listened to anything financial. I never listened to financial podcasts or YouTube channels or anything like that. And I came across a certain resource, and I'm not here to bash anyone, but I came across a certain resource, and it gave great information. I will say that, but it was based on shame, on making you feel guilty about your debt, on even ridiculing people about their debt. And although I took the tools from that resource and I helped myself a little bit in moving the needle forward in getting out of debt, I couldn't really continue to listen to that kind of content because it was shaming and ridiculing people for being in debt. Now fast forward and we are credit card debt free. We paid that off in 2 years. We have an 8-month emergency fund. We're investing for our kids' future and for our future. And we're so excited with every single paycheck. And now as a money coach, I'm helping my clients do the same, and they're crushing their money goals. My mind once in a while goes back to that resource. And the more I talk to my clients about how they felt, especially when we first started working together, it really is based on guilt. And I have to tell you, when I married my now husband, I brought the credit card debt into our relationship. So I felt guilty about that. But to have guilt be associated with debt, I feel like we're all in debt one way or another, right? I am credit card debt free. Absolutely. But do we still owe more money on the mortgage? Yes, we are not completely debt free because we have a mortgage. But what about people that have student loan debt, car loans, credit card debt, debt to family and friends? Like, there are many types of debt, and it's bad enough to have a negative association with money, which is something that I help my clients with. We work a lot on their money mindset and to kind of flip the switch so that they can start thinking of money from more of a positive way. And when you look at things from a positive point of view, you can change everything. You really can. But going back to the guilt, I think we're really hard on ourselves, not only when it comes to money, but when it comes to trying to be the best that we can be, the best employee, right? So you feel guilty that you leave at 5 instead of staying till 6 to work overtime so that you can get more work done. How about feeling guilty that because you're working, you're not home with your family, right? You feel guilty because your family is eating late, because you made dinner too late, because you were too busy working or actually taking a few minutes to yourself. Like, I can tell you, last week, I have 2 teenagers and a 7-year-old. And my son, who is turning 16 next month, I can't believe it, he and I had an argument. And instead of me approaching it from a calmer place, I was upset and I lost my cool. And I screamed or shouted, however you want to say it. It got to the point where I started feeling bad about the way that I reacted. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go pick up the groceries curbside. I got in the car and I drove off. And the more I started thinking about the way that I reacted to that argument, I started, after the anger subsided, I started feeling like I'm not a great parent. Like, I'm not a good mom. Like, I'm a bad mom. Like, I yelled so loudly at my son, who I love so much. And my brain, since I work so much with people regarding their mindset with money, my brain automatically like went from feeling guilty and feeling like a bad parent to flipping it and thinking about feeling guilty about that. It's in there. So I thought to myself, like, I'm not a bad mom. I had a bad moment. Like, I had a bad moment. And anyone who has a 15-year-old son who doesn't have a bad moment, leave a comment down below and let me know how you do it. So once I was able to calm down and really look at the situation, I realized I'm doing it to myself. Like I say on my channel many times, like I don't live a Pinterest life. Like I'm honest with you guys because I want to help you get out of debt and make a better management with your money and change your money mindset and really help you feel positive about money, because there's such a negative tone and a negative connotation and such negative content out there to make you feel guilty about having debt. I think if we all look around, I think we will be surrounded by people that have debt. Even people that drive fancy cars and have like a 6-figure salary have debt. Some of those people are actually living in a house that they can't afford, paying off credit with credit, right? And they're not using the money that they have to improve their financial life. I've seen that in my 9-to-5. I can't tell you enough how I really feel like people should try to not feel guilty about that, because everyone has either had it or still has it. So why beat yourself up and make you feel and have yourself feel negative about something that's honestly a natural course? Almost all of us are going to have a credit card. Most of us are going to either have a mortgage or have a car loan or student loan debt. If most of us have it, then why do we feel guilty about it? Why are we putting pressure on ourselves to try to say to ourselves like, oh, like, I shouldn't have this, and oh, like, I'm not good with money? Like, no, that's not true. That's really not true. We need to stop being so hard on ourselves. And that's the first step that I work with my clients on, to change the way they feel about money, to change the relationship about money. And another thing too is when we overspend. That's another guilt trip in as far as I'm concerned. If you go over budget 1 month, if you treat yourself to something that you didn't plan for ahead of time, all of a sudden you're like, I try to budget, and look what happened. I stink with money. Like, I'm not good with money. It's like, no, you had a moment, just like I did with my son. Like you had a moment. What's most important about when we feel negative about money, or we have a bad moment with money, you have a day where you do retail therapy, which that's a term I honestly don't like. But when you have a bad moment, when that moment is over, like it was that day with my son, like try to flip the coin to the other side. Like I always say, like there's a negative side and a positive side. Try to flip the coin to the other side and think, everyone has debt. But how am I going to change my relationship with money today so that I can start getting out of whatever financial situation I'm in now that I'm not happy with? Because when there's guilt, there's negative feeling, right? So if you're not happy with where you are, do something about it. There are so many free resources out there that can help you. There are podcasts, there are other YouTube channels, there are books, like there are videos out there. There's so much content for free that you can get that can help you get started. I have a free printable that I'll link down below, and it is the easiest way to get started when you have never budgeted before, or you haven't budgeted in a long time. And it's a great way to just get you started. And it really lays out a picture of where you are so that you can figure out not only where you are, but where you want to end up being. And if you want to work with me, I'm offering a free 30-minute consultation. I will link my calendar link down below. Feel free to click it and schedule a call. I would love to see how I can help you. I hope this video helps you, because I really think that by us changing the way we feel about money, we can change our relationship with money, and we can start succeeding and crushing all of our money goals. I've seen it with my husband and I've seen it with my clients, and I know that you can do it too. You can. It just takes taking that first step and thinking positively about the situation that you're in, and knowing that you can improve it no matter where you are. I hope this video helps someone. And if you like this video, please click the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and to click on that bell. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.